I got a question. If you don't have a high sex drive and your man do, and you say you love your man, but he better not cheat on you, and you don't like sharing your man, I don't get it, sis. That don't sound like love. If you know you got a low sex drive and your man got a high sex drive, but you love your man and you want to please your man, you just don't want to share, then you need to turn that shit up and get that up even when you don't want to. Or tag a bitch in to let her get him right, if possible. And everybody wins. You don't gotta have sex when you don't want to, and your man ain't gotta go without. I know y'all ain't ready for them type of conversations.
I'm gonna play that again. Then I'm gonna give my opinion. Listen to it again now. Listen to it again.
I got a question. If you don't have a high sex drive and your man do, and you say you love your man, but he better not cheat on you, and you don't like sharing your man, I don't get it, sis. That don't sound like love. If you know you got a low sex drive and your man got a high sex drive, but you love your man and you want to please your man, you just don't want to share, then you need to turn that up and get that up even when you don't want to. Or tag a in to let her get him right, if possible. And everybody wins. You don't gotta have sex when you don't want to, and your man ain't gotta go without. I know y'all ain't ready for them type of conversations.
Come on and get your some. Come on and get your some.
All right, let's do it. Derrick Grace's wife, I don't know her name. Much love to both of them. And shout out to Derrick Grace. That's my dog, man. That's my dog. All right, you feel me? We ain't close, but I support Cuz and Cuz support me. So this video ain't got nothing to do with me taking up for them and all that. You know, this is totally unbiased, all right? Totally unbiased. This is just my opinion and how I feel about everything. I agree with her. Yep, sure do. All the way. And I know this video done ticked off a lot of chicks. It really did. And I know y'all tired of these situational titles. Y'all tired of hearing about it. I done read all over the internet. I'm so tired, I'm sick and tired of hearing about this title. Why we always talking about this here? It's because you don't. 9 times out of 10, if somebody don't want to hear about that, it's because it's the truth and it hit home somewhere. I'm gonna give you an example. Why is it that, and you know, it goes both ways. It really does go both ways. It goes both ways. Because when a woman wants what she wants sexually from a man, there is no question, there is no debating, nothing up for discussion when it comes to a man trying to find ways to wiggle around on how not to satisfy his woman because he just don't want to. Men don't even, that's not even a thing out here for us. Well, you know, men, they like to have sex more than women. Not true at all. Not true at all. It takes two, seriously. Now, I understand chemical imbalances and stuff like that, and birth controls, hormones, all kind of things go on in a woman. It really does. Every grown person knows this. Hell, even kids and teenagers know this. But why is it always a problem when a man has needs and when he's dealing with a woman who don't really want to give it up like that? Then all of a sudden, here comes a whole bunch of chicks who agrees with that woman and be like, yo, y'all just don't understand. You know, y'all got to get me like this and all that. Nah, man. Cut the crap. She's absolutely right. If one has a high sex drive and the other one don't, to me, in my mind, I feel like you should either move out the way or do what you gotta do. All right, you can't have your cake and eat it too. Just like how men can't have their cake and eat it too as well. How y'all don't want us to have two women at the same damn time. All right, and that's why she said or. She didn't say that's what you had to do. She said or tag a bitch in. And then everybody wins. You don't have to do it when you don't want to. He can go. He don't have to go without. And everybody wins. Now I know the average woman who don't give it up like that, who gets tired and be like, well, I just don't feel like it. They're the ones saying, oh, well, you're gonna end up messing your relationship up because you inviting people into your relationship. Okay. Well, it's going downhill anyway. You know, I'm not getting none. And you frustrated with me because you feel like I'm being a pest. And a lot of times men get to a point where they don't even want to ask no more. They don't even ask no more. They just do what they got to do. That's just what it is. And women do the same thing. So I don't even understand why this is even, why is this even a debate? Why is this even a discussion at this point? I'm only putting this video out because I think it's kind of childish to try to think that you can have your cake and eat it too, and think that you can suppress a whole human being with needs and not do what you got to do. When you agree to walk into a relationship, a marriage with somebody, you agree to take on all the things that that person would want from you. Out of love, right? Out of love, right? They say love make you do things that you wouldn't normally do, right? Okay then. So that's why I think she brought up love in this topic. She's basically saying, hey, how do you truly love someone if you're not going out your way to fulfill their needs? Now I understand everybody's human. A lot of times people have to find their own happiness. But what does one do when you're dealing with hormones? I mean, real live hormones now. Y'all know how hormones work. What does one do when they're dealing with hormones? You expect for them just to sit there and eat it? Now, there are a lot of people that do eat it. For real. There are a lot of women out here. I think men complain about it more than women. I'm gonna be real with you. If women complain about it more, they only talking to their girlfriends about it. All right? Now, shout out to all the real women out there that's actually going to their man saying, look, man, you need to bend me over. You need to pull my tracks out or something. You need to flip me upside down. You need to throw me to the fan and or toss me to the ceiling or Ben Rain, baby boy, kangaroo across the room with me. And I guarantee a man would try. I guarantee 92 to 7% of men would try those things, even if they couldn't pick your ass up. But then you got women on the other end. All right, chicks, I'm gonna say chicks. You got chicks on the other end. Oh, well, you know, you should just understand how a woman feels. No, that ain't how it work, bro. That ain't how it work. A hard head make a soft ass. And you gonna learn the hard way by doing those things, whether that man cheat or break up with you. You got a choice at that point. Because you can't think that you're gonna suppress a whole human being and think that you're gonna have it all your way. You think you're gonna just have it all your way? It don't work like that. So communication is a big thing for real. Of course, like I said, this goes both ways. This ain't just a man thing, but men deal with this stuff all the time, especially when they get married, or especially they've been in a long-term relationship. A lot of men get in a relationship at first or hit it off with a woman, and they screwing like crazy 7 times a day or maybe 5 times a week, and then that narrows down to 1 time a week or 2 or 3, or sometimes none within the week. Sometimes none within 2 weeks. Sometimes 1 time within 2 weeks or 3 weeks. It happens that way. And a lot of times you have to go out your way to spice it up and do different things and do all that. But sex is a big component, man, when it comes to relationships. It's a huge component. And it shouldn't be overlooked because of your selfishness. It shouldn't be overlooked. And I'm gonna call it that. It definitely is selfishness. The moment you get to a point where you feel like you have to blame your gender and the way your body works for not giving a person what they need, you in trouble. And even if that person ain't saying nothing, you're still in trouble. Just letting you know. So miss me with all that double standard BS, man. You know, miss me with all that crap. That ain't right. You know, we're humans just like everybody else, all right? So it's just so funny that a lot of women, and let's have a real conversation, well, a lot of chicks where they have an issue with going out their way to really please a man. Now, shout out to the women that done went up and beyond. I mean, up and doggone beyond. All right, shout out to them. I'm not talking about y'all, but there are a lot of chicks out here that got the game misconstrued because they don't got the game from their mama, their aunties, their grandmama. And why you doing that for that man? You know, that man, that man. And all she probably could be doing is just giving him love. You know, fixing his plate, handing it to him, rubbing his ear, running his bath water, kissing him, or loving him unconditionally. And that is a problem to a lot of women. I mean, a lot of chicks. That's a problem. And it could go vice versa. It could go vice versa. But you want to know what I say that, you know, it has in common? It's immature, no matter what gender is doing what. It's immature. It's immature. There are no limits when it comes to loving on somebody. There are no limits when it comes to giving somebody the love that they deserve. Because you're giving them the love because you invite them in your life, right? You trust them, right? I'm assuming, right? Because anything outside of that, I don't even understand why you're doing it, to be real. So, ladies, and this is the video about the ladies, stop being selfish, bend that thing on back, and also run it back. All right? Run it back. No man, especially someone who done brought a lot of tangibles to the table, for real, I ain't talking about these dusties, but especially them, they shouldn't have to starve sexually. They shouldn't have to starve at all. You should understand the assignment, and vice versa. He should understand the assignment as well. So don't nobody get a pass around here, bro. Do what you gotta do. Flip it over. And also, too, let me tell you another thing, too. One last thing before I leave. Just because you give it up, and it goes for fellas, too. Just because you give it up doesn't mean that the other person wants it, because you just know that they want it, and that's what they're asking for. There are some people out there in the world that get turned off because they don't like to beg, they don't like to keep asking. And also, one of the big things is, if you don't seem like you're interested, it would turn them off as well. So giving it to them could be cool to you, but you also have to understand and think that, all right, do you think, are they really feeling this? You got to know, leaving that bedroom and walking out like an Olympic champ saying, oh yeah, I know I did my thing. I chose enough there, they sleep and snore. Yep, got to be like that. All right, so you got to know. You just got to know. I'm giving y'all a little game here. That's just what it is, man. And hey, do what y'all need to do now.